Hi guys, Kiki here from Perfume Passion. I'm so happy to be able to share with you today. I think it's like 13 fragrances, or maybe even 14, from the house of Serge Lutens, and I'm going to be kind of going through them quite quickly and just letting you know if I don't like them, if I like them, and if I even love them, and are considering. I'm considering getting a full bottle. I don't have full bottle of any of these yet. I have either samples, decants, or these little cute minis that I've bought from people secondhand. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the two that I don't like at all, just to get that kind of out of the way. And one of them is a jasmine balm. Basically, it smells like urine to me, and it's called Sarrasins. The juice itself is like bright purple. I don't know if you can see that, but it is horrible to my nose. It might work on some people. If you're a jasmine lover, maybe check it out. The second one is called Arabi, and it has many interesting notes, but a lot of them are like ingredients and something that would go into a stew, like bay leaf and caraway and nutmeg, things like that. But it has myrrh. It has all kinds of interesting things like tonka and cedar and resins and etc. But it's just too much. And it's too foody to my nose. I had to scrub it off. I didn't like it at all. That's Arabi. Okay, here comes one that was a real favorite. Just unbelievably beautiful. I've been complimented on it. It is called Mandarin Mandarin. And I believe this is sold only in like a bell jar. You take off the top. There's no spray. But this is full bottle worthy. It has Chinese orange, whatever that really means, orange peel, mandarin, so it's very orangey and citrusy, but it also has rose hip, so it's kind of like sweet. It has amber, tea, labdanum, and tonka. And the nutmeg in this doesn't bother me, but nutmeg can sometimes bother me in other like orange blossom type fragrances. For example, Fleur d'Oranger or Orange en Fleur from Au Gingembre. The nutmeg choked me out. I didn't like it at all. So that one, I love that one a lot. Okay, then there's one called Fille de Aiguilles, which means like girl from somewhere, which is a foresty fragrance. It smells like pine. It has balsam fir. There's a little dried fruit. It has some incense, some spices, some vetiver. It's described as an amber woody, but I think it is quite foresty and fresh. And it has kind of a chill, a little bit of a top that is a little bit cool and refreshing. I'm just not sure where I would wear, like a foresty kind of fragrance. Like going out for dinner, no. A date, no. Party, definitely not. So I think it's more like an around the house kind of fragrance, or if you're just, out running errands, or even maybe walking in the woods. So I like that one, Fille de Aiguilles. I just got that, so I haven't really gotten the chance to wear it so much. Okay, and then there's one called Bas de Soie, which I like a lot. It's kind of a green purple fragrance. It has hyacinth and iris, I think, and it opens up very green. Maybe it's galbanum, I think it's called. It's the same type of greenness that Private Collection from Estee Lauder has, if anyone remembers that old fragrance. It was one of my first perfumes that I owned. I like this one a lot. It reminds me of some different Chanel exclusives. It has a little beige in it, a little kind of 1932 Misha jersey, that type of fragrance. There's a powderiness to it. This is definitely something I would wear like to a business lunch or even a date. But I probably won't end up purchasing this because I have other like Chanel fragrances and this kind of fragrances. So I don't need it. Then I had another sample here. Let's see. Yeah, this is Louve. And Louve is an ambery vanilla with almond, and it's a little bit sweet and has some fruity touches, including also rose. But I'm not so into this kind of fragrance right now. I like it a lot, but I'm more into like resinous, I'm just kind of off sweet fragrances right now. So this right now is just not, but I'm definitely keeping it. I'm going to wear the rest of the sample because it's good. It's definitely good. I'm just kind of like, right now I'm into more other things, other kinds of fragrances. This one is maybe one of their more popular ones. It's called Chergui, which I really don't know what that means, but it is really beautiful, and it's kind of like a honey tobacco, very unisex type of fragrance. It has some incense and also the unusual note of hay. And I just recently bought and realized that a fragrance that I just bought called Le Zazou, I think it means the bastards, from Keiko Mashiri, is basically, it's almost identical to this. So I won't be needing this, but I'll definitely be finishing it. It is a beautiful honey, tobacco, sweet, spicy fragrance that I can really recommend. And it has also like that little bit of that coldness on the top. And maybe it's coming from, not quite sure, maybe from the incense in this, perhaps. I like it a lot. This one I only have a decant out. It's called Clair de Musc. It's a beautiful, soapy, musky fragrance that has a little bit of a clean sheet kind of vibe. Reminds me a little bit of Chanel No. 5, but better. Not so aldehydic. I really like it, but I don't think I'll be buying a full bottle. It's just not unique enough. And for those prices, because Serge Lutens is quite pricey. I really don't know exactly what they cost. I mean, I have Googled and found out, but in Sweden there is no shop that sells Serge Lutens, so I have to then find them secondhand or buy them online, which I might do actually when I finish. My principle, though, is that I need to finish my sample, finish my decant before I can go full bottle, unless there is an unbelievable deal. Then I sometimes make exceptions. Okay, so I have another one of these sweet fragrances that I'm not so into right now, but I really like this one. It's called Un Bois Vanille. It's kind of it has a touch of coconut, a little beeswax, but I wouldn't call it generic because it's a very nice quality vanillic fragrance, but maybe not. It has some licorice also and some benzoin. I don't think it's maybe quite unique enough for me to buy a full bottle of that because there are so many fragrances and there are so many new releases. I heard that there's like 700 every year, like 2 every day. So it's impossible to keep up. And then there's this one that I like a lot called Fleur d'Oranger. And it's a really beautiful orange blossom fragrance with citruses. It has some jasmine, tuberose, white rose, hibiscus, neroli. It has also some cumin that I sometimes have a hard time with in fragrances like this, but I don't in this one. Some musk and some woodsy notes. So each house seems to have their Fleur d'Oranger kind of fragrance. Le Labo has a beautiful one. Lasting power on that one is not great. That new organic brand called Obvious has one that's really beautiful. I haven't gotten the chance to try it on skin yet. It seems like most houses have their version. Houbigant has one called, I think, Orange en Fleur that I first liked a lot, and then I found that it had a disturbing note in it of nutmeg. So sometimes these kind of fragrances don't work with nutmeg for me, but I can sort of digest nutmeg if it comes like in an ambery kind of packaging, like with smoky notes or with incense and things like that, but not with florals like this. So I would not get Orange en Fleur. I didn't like it. Okay, so the 2 that I have left to show you, I'm going to mention one more that I don't have here actually, or 2 more. Nuit de Cellophane is a beautiful, gorgeous floral. Might not be purchasing full bottle because it is maybe not that unique, but it's very beautiful and has many nice notes in it. Gorgeous. Love it. And then there's this one called Cannibale, which is from their a little bit more expensive line. You see the gold label here. This one might sound kind of hardcore because of the name, but I find it very easy to wear. The notes are a secret, but there are some people online that have been, trying to kind of guess what's in there. And someone just kind of more generally speaking, I think it was on base notes, they had put like burnt saps, burnt incense, burnt flowers. I don't think it smells that burnt to me. It's more like, I put it on my right inner arm here. It's so nice. There's a smokiness to it, a little bit of woods, a little spiciness. There might be some incense. I mean, there's for sure some like sappy notes, like something, maybe some tar, like birch tar perhaps, or myrrh. Maybe some like guaiac wood. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, I'm not a professional, but I think that's a great fragrance and I'm really looking forward to wearing it. And then I have, I tried yesterday, Orpheline. l'orpheline, like the orphan in French, which was a beautiful kind of incensey, kind of cold, refreshing fragrance that I really want to try again because it intrigued me like right away. So I might have to get a decant of that, l'orpheline. And I also have one. Did I do with it? Did I mention the one with the orf? Yeah, that was the foresty frag. Oh yes, and then I also tried one. I already finished the sample. It's called 5 o'clock Au Gingembre. It's a tea fragrance with a twist of ginger. And it also has some honey and some amber, patchouli, and cacao. So it's kind of like a spicy amber. And I only had like this much, and I wish I'd had more because I really, really like that one. So I think I'm going to try to, I still don't know it well enough to like order a full bottle right away, a little bit because of the price. But if I saw it secondhand, half price or like 60% of the original price, then I might actually buy it. But so these were some of my, I think that was all of them. And if I want to like pick my top 3, it would for sure be, I think my absolute favorite is the Mandarin Mandarin one. So beautiful. Reminds me of Perfumum Roma's Orangea. That the Orangea is has a little more petitgrain, a little more green in the opening. This one's a little more round. It has a lot of body. It's not like citrusy, topsy notes. It's more like deeper citruses, like warmer citruses. So beautiful. And then I think maybe Cannibale. And after that, I think I would probably choose, I think this one, Fleur d'Oranger. Those would be my top 3. That was all for today.